Rightio, so we're going to start. We're going to try and find the concentration of our sodium hydroxide. So I have got here my beaker of unknown sodium hydroxide solution, and here in this beaker I have got 0.10 mole per decimeter cubed sulfuric acid. So let's just write that up on the board. On your experiment sheet, it tells me my concentration of sulfuric acid. So we know the concentration of H2SO4 aqueous is 0.100 moles per decimeter cubed. So we've been provided with that. But I don't know what my sodium hydroxide is. That's what I've got to find out. So in order to do that, I'm going to do a titration. And I start with a burette. Now, if you look closely, you can see the burette's got some liquid in. It's already got some, someone's used this. It's a bit rude. But we need to clear this out. So, the way you do is we get some distilled water and squirt it all the way down. Now, you don't need to fill it all the way up. You can give it, as it's just distilled water, give it a wash around. And then just take it over to the sink and squirt it out so it goes out through the end like so. You don't have to let it all run out, that's enough. Then turn it upside down and you have now cleared that out with distilled water. But it's now got distilled water in it, which again, that's going to dilute any solution I put in there. So I now need to clear this out with the solution I'm going to fill it with, and I'm going to put my HCl in here. So, I'll pop it in the clamp, make sure that the tap is closed, because I normally forget to do that, and it goes all over me. And then I'm going to pour in, now we don't go crazy, but just at the top, pour in a little bit of my sulfuric acid, so it just washes all the way down, like so. Okay. Now it's only 0.1 mole per decimeter cubed, so it's not going to kill you or anything. So if you want gloves, you can put gloves on. I just give it a quick wash like that, and then wash it out like so. So it goes through this end bit here, the tip of the burette. So I'm washing it out there. Again, you don't have to let it all run out. What you can do, if you're getting a little bit bored, turn it upside down and open the tap again, and it all goes out. So any liquid that's in here now is my sulfuric acid, so that's fine. Okay, so remember, close the tap, off we go, clamp it like so. On here, put my little funnel on the top, and then I'm going to fill this up. Like so. Now I'm going to fill it up on the chair, because it's a little bit high for me. Like so. Okay, so we just bring it down in the top like so. Now people get really hung up. It's got to get to 0. It's got to be bang on 0. You'll waste ages trying to do that. And there's no point for reasons you'll see in a minute. So I'm going to put a good lot in because I don't want to keep having to refill it. Now I've actually gone over 0, doesn't matter. So that goes there. Remove the funnel. Why do you think I need to remove this funnel? Yeah, this has got solutions in. I want to know exactly how much. So let's remove that, bring it up on the top again like so. But I've got air in here. This measurement is only correct if I get rid of it. So I just open it up and go. And you shouldn't have any air bubbles in here at all. Okay, now I am actually bang on 0. Whoa, that was lucky. Okay, now the way you read it is, hopefully you looked at this last year. You read from the bottom of the meniscus on the burette. So your burette is a very, very accurate way of measuring. So that line is 0 at the top, and the bottom of the meniscus, that's a bit dodgy, goes, the bottom bit is bang on 0. That means I've got exactly 0 in. It goes all the way down to 50. Each division, each little division is 0.1. So each division, you've then got little divisions like so, and then you've got a bigger one. Each of those is 0.1 centimetres cubed. You've got a slightly bigger one for 0.5, and then you've got a full one for 1 centimetre cubed. It's really important that you can read the burette correctly. So if you have a look at the burette, you'll notice that at the top you have 0, and then you'll have divisions going down your burette. That will be 0.5, and then the next one will be 1.0 centimetres cubed. So each of these little divisions there is 0.1 centimetre cubed. So when you read it, you will take the reading from the bottom of the meniscus. So if I have a look at the meniscus, you will have the meniscus like so, and so the bottom of the meniscus is bang on 0, so my reading for the burette in this case would be 0.00. You can read your burette to the nearest 0.05 centimetre cubed. So your reading is either that or that. So if your meniscus was slightly lower, so it just came in there, then it's not quite 0.01, so it's in between those two lines there, so that would be 0.05 centimetres cubed in that case. But always read it from the bottom of the meniscus. So here I've got a pipette. So I'm going to use this to measure out my sodium hydroxide solution. If you look at your pipette, this is called a graduated pipette. It's got a little line around the edge of it there. Can everybody see you've got a little line there? If I have the volume where the bottom meniscus just touches that line, I have got exactly 25 centimetres cubed in here. This is a very accurate, it's far more accurate than doing it in a measuring cylinder. This is a very, very accurate way. However, although it looks, well, this looks pretty good, this has been cleared. What you would normally do for this is if this has got liquid in it, you would wash it out again with water, and then you'd wash it out with a little bit of your solution here. The thing to watch out is if you do have to wash it, don't wash this out with water and then put it in there, because this has now got water in and you're going to contaminate your solution. So pour a little bit of this out into another beaker to sort it out. Don't cross. The key thing where people go wrong is they cross-contaminate. So they have this wet and they go, oh, I've washed this out with water, let's bung that in there. You've got water. I know you kind of think, oh, it's only a couple of drops. In your titration, that's going to mess it up for you. So make sure you do that. And this guy, this is what's going to fill it for you. So some of these are better than others. When you do this and it's a dodgy one, you'll find out pretty soon. Just get yourself another one. You just pop your pipette filler on so it's a snug fit. Don't force it down because you'll break it. If I twiddle this, this will suck up the water. If you want to let it go, you press that in like so, and that will release the liquid in there. I'm going to put it into a conical flask, so I need this all ready to go, because otherwise I'll be dripping everywhere. Okay, so in it goes, and let's suck it up. So it's going up quite nicely. Hopefully you can see that's filling up. It takes a little bit longer as it goes to that stage. Now I'm going to go a little bit over. Sometimes it's easier to actually do it. There we go. Right, and in it goes. Now you can release it like that, or you can just let it go. The temptation for this is you're going to be left with a little bit of liquid on this. The temptation is to keep or to blow it out, or if you've got your pipette filler, is to push it out. Don't do that, just touch at the bottom. Now can you see I've got a little bit of liquid still there? It's designed to have that. Don't think, oh, I've got to get that liquid out. Just touch at the bottom. That has now got exactly 25 centimetres cubed of sodium hydroxide in it. Okay. So, got 2 colours liquids. What else do I need to get this to go? I need
some
indicator, fabulous. And I'm going to use phenolphthalein for that. So, this one's a very pretty colour. Don't go over the top with this. The temptation is to really put in about half a litre of it because it goes pretty pink. Okay, there you go. So you've got a nice pink colour. The end point, I know this will have finished when this goes from pink to colourless. So when I lose the colour, that's when it's gone. So I'm going to move that away. I'm going to pop this up a little bit because that's got to go. In that goes. Let's put it down. Now at this point, I would again check 0 and you make a note on your experimental sheet, like so. So I will just put that. So it's very important you record your readings. So the way you do it is you have a trial, which is what I'm going to do now, and then you do at least 2 more careful ones. And you will have, it's a bit of an odd, but you put your final burette reading at the top, and that's in centimetres cubed. Your initial burette reading underneath that, and then you have your titer, again in centimetres cubed, in your final column. So my initial burette reading I've done as being 0.00. You must use, don't just put 0. It must be, you have to show that degree of accuracy, it's 0.00. Let's go. Okay, is everybody ready to? Right, so let's go. So the best way to do it is you have to swirl and add at the same time. So I tend to twirl that around so it's at the back. It doesn't matter if you can't quite, actually put a little bit more. If you can't quite, yeah. But if you kind of put your hand around the back and then you twirl it, and then you can shake with that hand. Okay, and I'm now adding. Now keep your eye on the solution. The temptation is to look out the window, have a chat, see what's going on. You add it, it goes really, really fast. Now when it's getting near completion, when I've got the reaction it's gone to completion, you will start to see the pink colour disappear in the middle, so it will get paler and paler. Oh, and it's gone, like so. So that was my trial there. So I now read my burette, and that is 23.20.